my opinion, one part of a leadership role is to follow the vote and the will of the people of the community. I mean, it was your position after the electorate in this particular town, who were well informed and made an intelligent vote and made an intelligent decision on November 7th, in my opinion, based on all kind of factual information. 1 week after the electorate voted in opposition to this school project, you called a special election because you weren't happy with the outcome. My position as leadership is you follow the will of the people, you do what they expect you to do, and if in fact they give you a mandate that says we do not want to vote favorably on a Swan Pond school, you follow that mandate. You don't just say, we don't care what you said, even though 55% said no and 45% said yes. You turned around and decided, well, I didn't like the outcome of that, so I'm going to call for another special election. The people were well informed. They knew full well that the drop dead date at the time that they voted was December 30th. They knew that they were going to lose the 64%, just like you and I knew. They made their vote, they cast their vote, and we should follow their wishes. That's all I have to say. As far as I'm concerned, I'd like to move for the question on this motion.
Second.
No.
In relation to the, first of all, I'd like to, you gave a definition of leadership here in relation to overturning the will of the people. A couple of things. First of all, they didn't vote on the Swan Pond School by itself, so it's not the same question. Secondly, the state changed their guidelines and deadlines on things in between then and now. And we know that, and we all know that, and we should provide people that opportunity. And if we follow through with your logic, as far as taking the electorate's will of the people, and they've spoken, as you sort of, as they so to speak, say, 4 members of this board would not be sitting here. Yourself, myself, Mr. Rowe, Mr. Bagan have all run for public office in this office before and were defeated at one point or another. We didn't accept no for an answer then. They had spoken, but we decided to go back and tell them, you know something, we're still the same guys, we're still the same people, we still have the same ideas. We think you made a little mistake here, maybe you should, would you please reconsider us? And some of us has done that on an annual basis for a while.
And we did that at the regular election.
And at times what we did was, we convinced people that maybe they should reconsider it, because there were other extenuating circumstances. Other candidates came forward, they liked you better than the other guy, and all of a sudden we're sitting here again. So, you know, leadership, again, does not always mean following the public opinion, going whichever way the wind is blowing, because again, we've had members on this board who were in support of Swan Pond School and have switched their positions for whatever reasons. For whatever reasons. You know, so, you know, put your finger up, see which way the wind is blowing, then go ahead and go with it. I don't believe in that. I like to follow public opinion, but I believe it's my role and our role here to help formulate public opinion. And if you're not willing to do that, and you're not going to take a leadership role, and you want to be a sheep, then get back in the herd. You know, this is where the leadership should emulate from. And it's not always doing the popular thing. It's not always sticking your finger in the wind and see which way it's going.
So you're saying that we should go against this because popular opinion here today
No,
is
no,
that
no.
we should go for it?
No, your opinion is, you say, back in November, 55% of the people said no.
That's right.
So I'm taking probably the more difficult position. But that's okay. And we'll be judged at the polls accordingly. Now, Mr. Rowe.
Mr. Chairman, I move the question.
Second.
The motion before us to move to the question. Generally what we do is if the board wishes to have public input, we can allow it or not allow it. I mean, if some people like to address the board. I'm sorry, Mr. Vino?
I think these people have come down, Mr. Chairman, and should have a right to speak.
What are the wishes of the board? Do you wish to hear from the members of the general public?
I have no problem with it, if they wish to speak.
Mr. Rowe?
I do. I move the question.
If there's anything new.
Well,
I
don't know.
Don't want to reiterate what, if they have anything new, fine. Don't want to reiterate everything you've said twice already.
So shall I, we'll withdraw the motion to,
I'm not withdrawing.
well then, let me put it to a vote. If you move to the question, it's done. So the motion before us is to move to the question. If you don't want to have public input, you vote yes. If you do, you vote. If you want to have public input, you vote no. All those in favor of moving to the question, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
No.
No. Motion carries 3-2. Sorry you can't be heard.
Thank you all very much.
Okay? So we-
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this just
Now,
happened.
on the main motion before us, which is to call a special election for March the 6th, 2001. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. I'm sorry.
Would you like to change your vote?
No.
I
Go ahead.
think that was your conscience. Okay. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
All right.
Motion is defeated 3-2. No.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
if you want to, excuse me a minute.
Excuse me.
Excuse me a minute. Excuse me a minute.
Wait.
Wait a minute. If you want to, this meeting was supposed to be a budgetary meeting.
Excuse me.
If you want to open the meeting up now for public comments, I have no objection. Excuse me, Mr. Chair, that gentleman that just went out the door threatened me with that leather jacket. He threatened me. The gentleman that just left, I want it noted. I'm not, you know,
I will not vote to approve that special action unless there's gonna be a special election.
What?
We will be in a brief recess for approximately 5 minutes, getting back into our budgetary hearings. First one being the Department of Public Works, then the police station, and then the police department, and then the fire department.
What did you say, Steve?
You're spinning everybody's wheels. You're wasting your time and your money. I've got to let my administrators get back to the work of running a school. I'm not going to support the head space for a bathroom renovation. This is going to be a chance for us to be able to vote by the public.
Well, they'll both be on the ballot. My understanding is they'll both be on the ballot.
When?
And the regular election.
That's the difference. So you're willing to give
back to
public
the-
choice, the prospectors are modified in your case too.
No, it has nothing to do with the prospect, Steve. I have no objections to putting things on the ballot in a regular election. I said that from the beginning.
Gonna hold you responsible for that amount of money.
I just want to personally tell you both that I'm really disappointed in what just happened right here. You've told me all along that you listen to the people and you just shut everything down. Very disappointed.
These are lies. These are
Very
lies, Billy.
disappointed.
Get a life, no.
You're gonna hold on to people that voted no in November?
No. Wait a second.
I said an hour, I'll be here.
Let's not get into that.
This was one opportunity. Let's get into it. You're holding me personally responsible